Hello there. Are you a little bit stressed? Just a little bit? Do you want to get out of your head so you can be more productive with your day? Or maybe you just want a fun project to do this weekend so you can just feel relaxed and have fun. Well, I have a solution for you. This is Angel. It's an easy painting, and yeah, I want to invite you to paint her with me today. So here's what you're going to need to paint. Welcome to Pass and Paint. Alright, so this is what you're going to need for your painting today. I have acrylic paint, a bright red, a cool red, a white, gold, and a burnt amber. I have a set of very inexpensive brushes. So kind of a large one for the background, an inch flat brush. You're just gonna need a round medium with a point and a small round with a point for detail, your detail brush. Of course, a cup of water. You need paper towel, a spray bottle. You can print your stencil, so you'll have a link to download and print your angel outline, and I'll show you in the description where to get your tracing paper. So it's carbon paper to transfer your image onto the canvas. So you'll just need some tape, just your regular beige tape here to secure your image onto your canvas. Trace your angel. So if you don't have a tracing paper, you can just put graphite or kind of a dry pastel in the back of your piece of paper, and then just trace it with a pen. So I can do a demonstration for you. I'll show you exactly how to tape your angel, your stencil. And of course, if you're an artist and you want to draw your own angel, please feel free to do so. And we're gonna almost be ready to paint now. Okay, so I have secured my angel with some tape on the top and a few at the bottom as well, because I really don't want my stencil to move. So I'm using a red ballpoint pen so I can see where I put my lines, and I'm just gonna press kind of medium hard because I want a nice dark outline for my painting. Okay, so you can remove your stencil and see that you have a nice outline of your angel. So you're ready to paint. Okay, so our first step is to just grab some water. So you have your cup of water, and just give it a nice stir with your brush so you can saturate your brush with water, and just bring a few drops of water into your white. Just about 5 drops of water. Water and acrylic paint mix really well. So what we want to do is create the background and to work on the angel as we build our painting. So the first step is going to create a nice light pink. So what we're going to do is just dip your corner of your brush, just add a little bit of the bright red. Okay, and we have a very light pink. So we're just going to go over pretty much all of our canvas. You see, even if you go over your angel, it's quite all right because you can still see your guidelines. So now I kind of want to create kind of a frame on both sides. So I'm going to take my my cool red, dab a little bit at the tip of your brush, remove the excess. I just want a little bit of paint. You can also grab a piece of paper towel and just dab your brush so you don't have too much on it, okay? And we just want to do going up and down brush strokes. Grab a little bit more, dab the excess, and just on the other side right here. Just kind of to frame your angel a little bit. Next, you're gonna take a paper towel and make a little ball with it, like you'd be ready to pick up something on the counter. Add a tiny bit of water. So we just want to make it nice and moist. It's not dripping or anything. Just gonna grab a little bit of your gold with the paper towel. So just a little bit of gold like this and dab it around. So we're going to do a little sponging effect. Just a little bit here on the corner. Adding a little bit on the other corner. See if you like the effect and if you want to put a little bit more at the bottom or keep it on top only. I'm going to add a little bit at the bottom as well. I might go a little bit higher up just to frame a little bit, give some detailing here on the side. I like the gold. We're going to also put some gold in your angel wing, which is going to be a lot of fun. Okay, so now you can take your spray bottle. I just want you to start putting a little bit of dripping. If you go closer, you'll see your drips cascade kind of run down, and I really like that, especially for this painting. If you wanted to use different colors, like a nice blue or purple, you can totally replace your colors. You don't have to stay with the pinks and red. So I'm not completely dry yet, but I wanted to show you that with a dry brush, you can kind of go over your painting just a little bit now and go up and down very lightly to help dry and also just to create those little drips. Dry your brush as soon as you have a little bit of paint on it. Just make sure you remove the excess and use a dry brush to go over the center and keep your brush dry. I'm just kind of adding some texture. I love texture in my paintings. What the paint is doing is one thing, and what you do with the paint is another. If you liked the way your drips were before, you don't have to do that. This is kind of optional. So it helps to dry my painting as well. And we're almost ready to add the nice pure white to create our wings. So I added more white to my palette using my 1-inch flat brush. So you load your brush about halfway both sides, and we're just gonna do brush strokes going in the direction of your wing like this. Now with your brown brush, you're just going to load your brush with white and just give some little brush strokes inside your wing just to give some feather effect. So basically the shape of your brush is the shape of your feathers. So just kind of applying your paintbrush down and then giving it a little motion upward. So I'm not sure if you still see your arm. I know basically where my arm is, so I'm not worried about that right now. On the other side, I'm going to do the outline up here. Okay, and the bottom of your wing is about right here. So we give it a nice little brush stroke, nice flowy brush stroke, and we're just going to create some feathers. So just with your round brush, load it nice and kind of thick, okay? And just go upward like this and create your little, I don't want to do too many. I'll come back after with some gold and a little bit of burnt amber to outline and gonna give some more definition to our wing. I'm kind of playing back and forth. So to paint her dress, I'm using the cool red, and I'm going to be using a round brush. We're not doing too much details. It's very organic shapes. So you can paint with little motions like this. And again, I'm going about halfway, or sorry, 3/4. I don't go all the way to the bottom of my painting. And I'm gonna stop about right here because we're gonna add the white coming from the bottom of the dress next. So we'll do a second coat or not. You have to kind of look at your painting the way it is now. Maybe you don't want to have a second coat. Maybe you like the transparency. I love the transparencies that my acrylic gives me. I really love that. So it's up to you to add a little bit more or less brush strokes. You want to play with your painting. This is your artwork. So I'm gonna turn my angel around. I'm going to create the bottom of her dress with my white paint, starting from the bottom of the canvas. Saturate your paintbrush with a lot of white. Go from the top and bring that white all the way to the top. I'm going to start with the bottom. So I'm going to do all the bottom of the dress because I don't want to have any red in my brush just yet. And even if you cover your gold right now, we're going to come back and add some more of that because I really like the gold effect. So no worries, we're going to add more gold. So I'm just creating those little brush strokes like this so that it gives me little feathers. As you transition into your dress, make sure you have enough paint on your brush and lift up. There you go. So what we want is a nice transition. So we're going to have red going into the white, white going into the red. So we'll play with this for a little while. See how when I pick up a little bit of red, I bring it into the white here. So, and then the white into the red. About this 3/4 of your dress, you're going to start going in like this. And it's okay if you have red on your paintbrush, you're just picking up some white here, red going onto the white, white going into the red. This is going to happen just naturally. Just play with it. And I'm going to bring it all the way up onto her dress. Obviously, I'm not going to do a second coat. I like the way this looks. So next we're going to create a skin tone. I needed to add chrome yellow into my palette. You're going to first create with your bright red. Bring just a little bit on the tip of your brush right here. Remove the excess. Bring some yellow, about equal amount. So we have a medium orange. So now what we're going to do is just grab a little bit of that orange and mix it with some white. Add a little bit of white. So this is nice flesh tone. You can play with the intensity, the warmth. If you want a little bit more yellow, a little bit warmer tone, just add a little bit of yellow, even a little bit of burnt sienna if you wanted to just darken it up just a little bit. Okay, I'm happy with that, so I'm going to apply my skin tone to face, the neck, we'll do the arm and the chest, all the way down to the dress. I'm just going to use a palette knife to remove some white. Continue to apply your flesh tone onto the other arm. I'm putting a little bit of flesh tone into my wing, not too much at all. I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1 here, 1, 2. I'm doing this so that I start to blend some of the colors. I might do a few flesh tones into the dress too. Just pick up some of the different tones. So next I'm going to create the color of her hair. So I just want to use some of that burnt sienna and add it to white. Kind of an ashy color. And now with your brown brush with a point, I'm just going to create the first lines of her hair. So I'm going very lightly like this, like waves with my brush strokes. I don't want to paint this whole area. I just want to give nice flowy hair to my angel. So I cascade a little bit here, do this bottom part, bring it out, bring it out. She has this side here. You can rest your pinky on your painting if it's dry, so it gives you more stability. Just gonna do this part of her hair. Here we go. Just nice and flowy hair. She has some going down here. I'm going to do a heart in her hand. You can do a flower, you can do a bird. Again, I'll give you options with the stencil. So that's my first layer right here. I'm going to give it a little bit of a first outline. It's going to be darker. Okay, we're going to do a nice earrings with gold. You can put some more some strands of hair right here. Okay, that's her earring. We're going to make it a little bigger for some reason. One earring ended up bigger than the other, but again, the earrings are just basically big gold nuggets. They don't really have a shape. They're kind of very organic, so we'll make this bigger. Okay, now I want to darken my hair a little bit, so I'm going to create a little bit more of a darker color. Actually, it's a light brown, light to medium brown, and I'm going to just go in between, create more strands of hair. So what I'm going to do is rinse my brush And we're going to do those earrings with some gold, and just add a pile of paint on your brush. Okay, you just don't want to just have a little bit, because what I want you to do is bring this big blob of paint, I mean it, this is just very fun, and just kind of press down so you're creating those big earrings with gold nuggets. Okay, just like that. Add more paint, and let's bring it in light touches like this. Kind of make it match the other one. Okay, I'm gonna have some fun and do a little bracelet right here. So same thing, I'm just gonna bring some gold paint right here. Okay, so now I want to add some gold to my wing. So I'll start with the bottom right and just kind of do a very flowy brush stroke going like this, going up. Same thing here. And now I'm gonna add just little touches of gold. This is a really fun painting. Okay, see how I added a little red because I picked up some red? I kind of like it. I'll leave it there and kind of do a little bit of red in the hair. There's no mistake. There's just opportunities to play with your painting. So next we're going to outline the angel so that you can see some details. We're gonna outline the chin. We're gonna do a little shadow right here. We're going to outline the arms and the dress in some areas. So you're going to use your very fine brush. Okay, so I have a very watered down brown at this point. Okay, so just do a little bit of the wing. Little brush stroke. The top of the wing's a little darker. I'm using again the same brown, but removing a lot of the paint. Little brush strokes here and there. There you go. So remember I said I was gonna put some of that gold back? Just take a paper towel, make a little ball, grab some of the gold in your plate, and I'm just gonna dab some gold paint right here. You can even go on the side, a little bit more right here. I like the look of that. So now we're gonna do the little heart she has in her hand. You could also do a flower. So if you were gonna do a flower, what you would do is take your small to medium round brush and you would just load it with yellow. And what you do is you just kind of press down like this. You do about 5 petals, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that creates a little flower. See? Okay, I'm gonna do a heart. I'm using my bright red. And I'm just gonna do a little heart in her hand like this. You could also do a bird. You could do a key. So this is my heart. and I'm gonna outline my little heart just to give it some definition. So with my small brush, outline my shape, and I kind of want to make it shine a little bit, so I'm just going to put a little bit of white right here. Now white is the last touch that I add to all my paintings, so I'm going to use a little bit of white to kind of just bring it alive. You could also do a little bit of yellow, add a little bit of yellow into your white, just kind of creating this vanilla color right here. Vanilla color. And I'm just gonna add a few touches. A little bit of vanilla right here where the hair kind of bounces around. Oh, I love it. One thing I do also is I like to give a two-tone face. So what I'm going to do is kind of separate it, just do a line in the middle of our face, and I'm just adding a lighter color, and it kind of creates that shadow right here. So I like that. A little bit on vanilla white color on the shoulders, a little bit right here. Yeah. Wings, a little vanilla in the wings, why not? Also down here, kind of to warm up this white color right here. Oh, this is nice, I like it. Now with my fine brush, again, I just want to create a little bit more like of a cascade hair right here. Okay, and the collarbone, little details like that at the end, and voila, your angel is done. All we need to do is sign it, and I think she would make a really nice little painting for a bedroom, for a smaller wall in your living room. So see where you can place your little angel, or if you want to offer her as a gift. So I signed my painting. I hope you did as well. I hope you had a lot of fun and this was relaxing and easy enough for you. If you did enjoy painting Angel, please send this link to someone, invite someone to paint Angel, and just relax and have fun. Subscribe to my channel, and until my next video, stay creative.